girl can cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect fried pork chop. Okay, so look, grab your ingredients, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. All right, everybody, so look, first we're going to get into the meat. I am using thin cut pork chops. These are actually called breakfast chops. I like them this way, but you can get center cut, loin cut, whatever you want to do, honey. These are thinner, they get more crispier to me, and I just like them like that. All right, so look, I'm adding a dash of hot sauce and 1 egg yolk, and we're gonna take a spoon and we're just gonna, slather that all over the pork chops. I do this because the egg and the hot sauce is my binder. It's not going to make it spicy, I promise, okay? But if you just don't want to use hot sauce, you don't have to. But once you get that on there nice and covered, go ahead and add a teaspoon of seasoned salt. If you want to use regular salt, that's fine too. Or if you want to use Tony's or Slap Your Mama, that's also fine. And to this, I'm going to add in a half teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't like to add too much, y'all, because when you fry garlic and onion powder, it burns and it doesn't smell good and it don't taste good, all right? So add that in there. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm using coarse black pepper. And y'all, just look, get in there real good. You can get you some gloves if you want to, and go ahead and season that up. Make sure all the seasoning is covering all the meat, okay? So set that to the side, and now we're going to work on our flour. Here I have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You really could use just 1 cup, but go with 1.5 just to be sure. I'm adding in a tablespoon of cornstarch for some extra crisp. And I also add in like a little half teaspoon of baking powder, but that's optional. So to this, you want to add in a teaspoon of seasoned salt, a teaspoon of paprika, that's the regular paprika, a half teaspoon of onion powder, okay, a half teaspoon of turmeric. If you don't want to use the turmeric, you don't have to, okay? I like to use it, all right? And then mix that to combine it. That's it. That's all that's to it. You can see I didn't add any black pepper because I don't want it to burn. I didn't add any garlic because I don't want it to burn, okay? So if you want to add anything additional, you can. Now right here, I'm going to go ahead and flour up my pork chops, okay? And I'm going to do this twice. I wanted to show you here now so that you don't forget. But I'm going to put the flour on my pork chops. I'm going to set them on a plate, or you can set them on a rack. And just let them rest. Just let them hang out. I do the same thing with my chicken. If you follow my buttermilk fried chicken, you know I do the same thing, okay? But set them to the side. You don't have to flour all of them. You can do it in batches if you want to. But set it to the side. Let it chill out for a little bit, okay? And I have my 13-inch cast iron skillet. It's over medium heat, okay? And I filled my skillet to the halfway mark with vegetable oil, all right? Now, the key to making the perfect fried pork chop is your grease. Your grease gotta be hot. If it's not hot enough, honey, it's not gonna fry up properly. And it's just as simple as that. That's all there's to it. I don't care if you add cornmeal, flour, or panko. If that grease ain't right, it ain't gonna fry up good, okay? So I did go back in and flour these, okay? I did go back in and flour these again. So please do not forget that. And I only added 3 at a time, all right? I only added 3. I don't want to overcrowd my pot because then they're not going to cook right. Then you're going to be blaming me, talking about it was my fault. No, all right? Now, I'm going to have to do better about my thermometer. I need to get a thermometer so that I can let y'all know how hot this grease is, because I'm telling y'all, the ancestors just whispered to me and said it was hot enough, and I just knew, okay? But you can test it with just a little small piece if you want to cut a piece of your pork chop off so you don't mess up a good chop. Do that, okay? If you are afraid that your grease is not hot, just wait, but you don't want it to be too hot, okay? I let it warmed up for about maybe six minutes or so, and I got it nice and hot. And when I popped that little flour in, I knew it was ready. But look, we cooked it for about 7 to 10 minutes on the first side, y'all. And guess what? You want to leave it alone. You do not want to mess with it. Don't pick at it. Don't poke at it. If you don't want those little bubbles, you can poke your meat before you fry it, okay? Make sure you stab it. But look, let it fry. Let it cook completely on the first side first before you even think about touching it. And once it's done on that first side, then you flip it, cook it for another 2 to 4 minutes, and y'all, that's it. That's all that's to it. I promise you. That's it. No special effects, no nothing. That's all that's to it. Okay?
Now I'm gonna show y'all how to do this thing. Take a little bit of bread. Take your pork chop. A little of that hot sauce on it.
I mean, it's seriously the light bread for me. Okay? So look, I want to thank y'all for watching as always. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if you try out this perfect pork chop recipe, let me know down in the comments. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Bye!